As a marketer, do you have what it takes to adapt your marketing messages to the ever-changing needs of your customers? If your answer is no, tune in and listen up as I let you in on 3 questions you should be asking in order to get the most out of your buyer personas. Hey guys, it's Hannah here from Neighbourhood, where we help brands find, sell, and keep their people. In case you were wondering what buyer personas are, buyer personas represent groups of consumers with similar needs, wants, expectations, motivations, and pain points. Pretty much like a profile of your target customers. It is an essential tool for all businesses to better understand and empathise with their customers, so you can better craft their experience. However, in the fast-paced world of today, the buyer personas you had a week ago might not be relevant anymore as when you originally established them. Major events such as the pandemic will force the attitudes and motivations of your customers to change. So it's super important to be equipped with the right mindset to shift your personas to be able to best cater for them. Here are 3 questions you should be asking and answering yourself in order to leverage your existing personas and make the right marketing moves that serves your audience. What are my personas' situations and concerns right now? Regardless of a pandemic, personas' needs are always changing. Why? Because life happens. So when some phenomenon outside of our control occurs and inevitably shifts your customers' needs and wants, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what are my personas' situations and concerns right now? In other words, consider the potential new needs, wants, expectations, motivations, and pain points of your personas group. Review which of these factors remain the same and which have shifted in priority. A good way to gain real-time insight into your persona's new needs is through social listening, which is where you track and analyze the conversations your customers are having online about your brand and wider industry. Also, take time to seek out individual customers and ask them personally what they want and need right now and how your brand can help. What actions can I put in place to satisfy my personas' needs? Once you understand the diverse needs of all your personas groups, you can begin to consider the actions and information your organization can provide to satisfy those needs. For instance, think about the time when COVID-19 regulations were introduced and the lockdown had made people more frugal with their spending. The appropriate action to take is to remove or lower barriers to buying. This could come in the form of offers like free trials, reminders that consumers can cancel a service at any time, longer refund or exchange windows, or even give customers a buy now, pay later option. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that bell so you can be notified when our latest videos go live. And last but not least, 3, how do I communicate my new business operations with my personas? Once you have your plan ready to rock and roll, the next thing to consider is how you communicate these actions to your persona groups. Your messages have to meet your audience where they are, which may be in new places than before. People are now preferring to find information and communicate through digital channels like social media platforms, email, live chats, and webinars. This means you should be shifting your time and energy to these online platforms that are garnering more of your audience's attention. Once you've identified the different channels your personas are prioritizing, it's time to create the message. No matter what information you share with your consumers, whether that be new opening hours, new contact info, or any changes you've made in response to the changing times, it is essential that you communicate with a rhetoric full of empathy. Remind your customers that you are still here to serve them, even when the goings are getting tough. Also, use these messages as opportunities to communicate to your people how you are helping your employees and the wider community. It's essential that you show unity with your audience and that you have their best interest in mind. And there you have it, 3 questions to get you started when you need to update your buyer personas. Whether it's a global pandemic, or some other big socio-economic altering event, by asking these 3 questions with your personas in mind, you can identify the full range of needs your customers have and pass on the information and support you can provide to meet these expectations. If you found this video helpful, then feel free to share it with someone you know that needs a hand with buyer personas. You can also subscribe to our blog, where you'll find a bunch more tools, tips, and templates to help you find, sell, and keep your people, just like Neighbourhood does. Well, that's it from me. Happy marketing.